Great fight, I think very entertaining fight, and as I said at the press conference in New York earlier this week, I knew that those guys came to fight. Gabriel Rosado came here to win the title, become middleweight champion, and so did Ferda. He came to fight, and we saw so did Karo Murat. I think it was a great fight. It was a very entertaining fight. The crowd was certainly into it, and in the end, the doctor took the decision to stop the fight. Gabriel Rosado, the warrior he is, of course wanted to keep on going, was insisting to keep on going, but the doctor had different plans. But irrespective of that, I think tonight we don't have any losers. We have two winners up here, two great fighters, a world champion with Peter Quillen, who defended his title and showed what he was all about, and Gabriel Rosado, who came to fight, and the kind of fighter who never quits, the kind of fighter people want to see, an entertainer and a very entertaining fight, and a very entertaining fighter. So now I'd like to give it first to the world champion, Peter Quillen, to make some comments.
Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you to Golden Boy. Thank you to Al Heyman. Thank you, most importantly, to Gabriel Rosado. This fight wasn't just like a fight that, I came in here thinking that it was going to be an easy night. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be a hard test for me. He came in there and tried to do it his best, and he threw punches. I can never expect when I throw a punch at somebody that they're not able to throw a punch back. I'm just very gracious and very humble with this experience. I'm not going to think that I'm better than what a lot of people would think. I think that I have a lot of improvements to make and suck up and learn from this performance and get better if I want to target some of the best out there. Most importantly, he had a lot of fans here, man. That's what's definitely a good thing to see, that a guy like Gabe, what he brings to the table. He brought a lot of fans, a lot of Philly people came, and I never expected that coming into the fight. But I fought through it, and I just try to do what I was able to do, and now I have to go back to the tape and review my performance and just see what I did wrong and see what I can do better, and just keep trying to strive. Same thing in life. You can't stop striving and getting better. Even the leaves on the trees fall away, and I gotta just keep striving and just try to keep better. Hold up, before I start, I just wanted to do that to this mic. I always wanted to do that. Man, I'm just very humble, man. I thank God every day, man, because without Him, nothing is possible. And I don't mean that in no other way besides waking up every day and allowing to live to see the day, and whether it's bad or good, I get to look forward to a better day. My wife during this camp had a miscarriage, and I struggled with being away from her, and I had to work through so many challenges. But I think that I have to keep reminding myself that I want to be where I'm at today without thanking God, because He wouldn't allow me to be where I'm at today if it wasn't for my strength for myself. So thank you for coming out, watching this fight. Thank you, Gabe, for putting up just, game performance. Thank you, Richard and Golden Boy. Thank you, Al Heyman. Thanks to my manager, John Seat and Jimmy McDevitt. I want to thank my belt. Thank you to this mic, too.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Gabriel if you want to make some comments, and then you guys can ask questions for both guys.
First and foremost, it's on. All right. First and foremost, I just want to thank God that me and Peter walked out the ring healthy. A guy, Frankie, just passed away in the ring, and he hasn't been getting a lot of, press, but, we fighters die in the ring, so this is real. So I always pray. I never pray for a win. I always pray that me and the fighter walk out healthy and that God's will be done. So God works in mysterious ways, and this is happening for a reason. I don't know why, but it's in God's hands. But to get on to the fight, I feel like boxing is soft nowadays. I feel like it needs to go back to how it was in the 80s. This fight would have never got stopped back in the day. Gotti fought many wars in AC, got cut, and they let it ride, and he was a warrior. You look at fights like Castillo and Chico, those were great fights because they let those fights go. Can you imagine if the referee stopped those fights? You would never have great fights. The referee and the doctor ruined what could have been a great finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should have never stopped this fight. The fight was a competitive fight. it was a close fight going into those later rounds. But in a championship fight, it gets real when it's them championship rounds. And I was feeling confident going into those rounds. And even though I got cut, I never let it bother me. You know, and matter of fact, when the ref stopped it, I felt like I was being the aggressor. And then the ref comes and stops it, and I'm telling him I could see. You know, I fought Triple G, and I had 2 cuts over the same eye, and it was the worst cut. And the ref let it ride. So, I mean, I don't feel like the cut was that serious. And when a fight is competitive, you shouldn't stop it. You should let it ride out, let it play out, see what's going to happen. For them, they stopped it prematurely. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was too competitive. This is a serious fight for them to stop it and mess. Like, I was begging the ref and the doc, like, yo, look, I worked my whole life for this. Like, don't ruin this for me. Like, let me get this last round in. At least give me this last round. So I just feel like boxing is just way too soft right now. It's like, you know, they ruined what could have been a great finish. You know what I'm saying? And but I think it's the type of fight that with the fans, the way the fans reacted to it, I think it's a type of fight where it makes for a great rematch. And I think that that's what should happen. I think this fight is worthy of a rematch, and I think a rematch would be even better than the first time.